Equipment is a big part in how we protect the HVAC units. So from our equipters, our telehandlers, our trash boxes, we're trying to avoid items coming off the roof and onto the ground. We're trying to get them into the trash receptacle as soon as they leave the roof. That's a big one. When protecting the HVAC units, here's a couple don'ts. Don't use a tarp, as in a blue tarp. That's not breathable. There are some nets that you can use that are good. Don't put something directly on top of the unit that's going to block the airflow. You can burn the motor out. So if you're going to have something, there needs to be a space there. We have some tools here we use. We have some sawhorses that we custom built and had made with various heights so that we can put something to protect it over the top, but still leave a gap between the actual HVAC unit and the protection on top. AC units on multifamily projects always a challenge. So we need to plan ahead as a company. We need to have the conversation with the management or with the owner of that complex to know what are the needs, what type of tenants are there. Are they elderly tenants? What's going on? We might need to delay the project till the temperatures are more mild. So there's a lot of planning to go into that. Typically there's going to be some downtime involved, especially if they're a rooftop unit. So that affects the tenants. And so we have to make sure our coordination is on point with an HVAC contractor to limit that time out of service. And they're very delicate items usually. They have small cords, any little thing can get that in a situation where they go down. So we want a licensed professional who's going to come in and handle those HVAC units so that we don't sit there on a hot day and think it's going to be down for an hour, maybe two, and it's gone for the whole day. And then the other challenge of protecting the equipment is when it's on the roof. And sometimes it's on the roof, the actual AC unit has to be disconnected temporarily so that it can be lifted up and flashed in properly. And so at that point, we have to make sure that we are in constant communication with the tenants, with the management company so they know what's going on, but more importantly with the HVAC contractor. We're not usually going to be unplugging those units. We want an expert. We don't want our roofer, manhandling your HVAC units. We want a licensed professional to do that. And lastly, just tenant communication is everything. You can have a plan, but if you don't communicate it and communicate it well and people are surprised, they're not happy. Because nobody likes to be surprised that their AC is turned off, even if it's for 1 hour if they weren't expecting it. So communication is the most critical part of this. And that communication includes ownership/management of the complex and also the tenants. Both are crucial.